Darvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutarashita Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutarashita Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutarashita Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutarashita Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutarashita Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Srila Gaur Kishoras Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākura ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaiṣṇava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupa Nugagoriya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Raghunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namachay Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsa Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandal, Gaura Mandal, Vraja Mandal, Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradate Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. The Gaudiya Bhashya commentary of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, everybody. Dandavat Pranam. So, right now, this is Madhukar from the past speaking to you. Because as you are watching this is a pre-recorded video. As you're watching this, I am... Probably by now, the train's moving. Yes, the train's moving. I'm on a train to Kolkata, and then from Kolkata to Navadvīpa. So, because I don't, when I pre-record videos and make it go live, they only give me a 1 hour time limit. So, I am not going to sing a bhajan for Mahaprabhu today in this reading. I'm going to just jump right into the Mangala Charan and the recap. So, I'll share my screen and then we can begin. Where is it? See, I'm just uploading the Japa program right now. I have to do like, oops, wait, let me show you my small video here. There. Okay, now you can see me. Is that too big? Maybe that's too big. Let's see if I can make it smaller. There, that's good, right? Is that a good size? Okay. So, what am I saying? So I'm a bit spacey right now. Oh yeah, I have to record almost 6 hours of video footage today. You know, for 2 days worth of readings. Actually a bit less than 6 hours. I don't know how much exactly, but a lot. Alright, because I have to do 2 days, because I'm traveling for 2 days. Mangala Charan. Ajnanatirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhakta Bhaktaya Tarbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ajanulambita pujo kanakavadato sankirtanaika pitaro kamalaya-taksho vishwambharo dvijavaro yugadharmapalo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro. Namastrikala Satyaya Jagannatha Sutaya Cha Sabhritaya Saputraya Sakalatraya Te Namaha. Avatirno Sakarunyo Parichinno Sarishvaro Śrī Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Nityanando Dvau Bhrataro Bhaje Sajayati Vishuddha Vikrama Kanakabha Kamala Yatekshana Varajanu Vilambi Sharbhujo Bahudha Bhakti Rasa Bhinartaka Jayati Jayati Deva Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Chandro Jayati Jayati Kirtis Tasya Nitya Pavitra Jayati Jayati Bhrityas Tasya Vishveshamurte Jayati Jayati Nrityam Tasya Sarva Priyanam Ādi Śrī Caitanya Koshtir Charane Ashisha Prakare Mor Danda Paraname Tabe Bandon Śrī Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Maheshwar Navadvīpe Avatar Nama Vishwambhar Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Ksheptastakama Ditaranga Madhye Kripa Mai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Bhaja Śrī Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsa Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, now we're going to sing the glories of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata and Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur from Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Adi-lila chapter 8 verses 33 to 42. Let me get my mridanga 1 second. Ore mura loko shuno Caitanya manga Caitanya mahima jate jani beshaka Kṛṣṇa lila bhagavate kohe ved vyas Caitanya lila ravyas vrindavana das koilo Caitanya mangal Jahan rashavane nashe sarvaya mangal Caitanya nitar jate janiye mahima Jate jani Kṛṣṇa bhakti siddhanter sima Bhagavate jato bhakti siddhanter sar Likhi achen iha jani koriya udhar Caitanya mangala shune jadi pashandi javan Sheho My Vaiṣṇava hoy tatakhan manushe rachite nare aiche granta dhanya Vrindavana dasa mukhe vakta Śrī Caitanya Vrindavana dasa pore koti namaskar aiche granta korite hon tarila sansar Narayane Chaitanye uchishta bhajan tar karbe jamila Śrī dasa Vrindavan तार की अद्भुत चैतन्य चरित वर्णन जहाँ रसवाने शुद्ध कोयलो त्रिभुवन Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Madhya Lila 4-5 सहजे विचित्र मधुर चैतन्य विहार वृंदावन दास मुखे अमृतेर धार वृंदावन दास मुखे अमृतेर धार. By nature, all the activities of Śrī Caitanya-Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet. And when they are described by Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur, they become like a shower of nectar. Jai Śrīla Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. All right, so now we are continuing on with our Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata reading from Ādi-khaṇḍa chapter 11. Yesterday, well, for me it's today, but for you guys, yesterday we read from verse 1 to verse 26. So I'll just read the translations up to that point and then we'll continue on. And also, in case you joined just now, this is a pre-recorded video, so that's why usually I like to see everybody who's there, and but right now I have no idea who's watching. But Dandavat pranams to all of you. Hare Krishna. Okay. All glories to Sri Gaurachandra, the Lord of Lords. In his childhood, he was the what? He was the Sri Vidya Vilasar Kendra. He was the reservoir of scholastic pastimes. In this way, and what's the name of this chapter? I forgot to mention that. Name of this chapter is Meeting with Sri Ishvara Puri. But we'll get to the Meeting with Sri Ishvara Puri part when I'm in Navadvīpa. These next 3 days we're reading everything leading to that. Okay. Verse 2. In this way, as Gaur, the best of Brahmins, confidentially lived in Navadvīpa, he had no engagement other than studying. I had to put the mridanga down. Okay. His form was as enchanting as millions of cupids. Each of his limbs was incomparably charming. His arms extended to his knees, and his eyes were like the petals of a lotus. He chewed betel nut and dressed divinely. As the Lord walked with thousands of students, by the strength of his knowledge, he entertained everyone with his sharp wit. Vishvambar, the Lord of the three worlds, traveled all over Navadvīpa, holding in his hand his beloved Saraswati in the form of a book. Pustakir Rupe, Riya Saraswati. There is no scholar throughout Navadvīpa who could understand Nimāi's explanations. The Lord discussed his explanations only with the most fortunate Gangadas Pandit. All the materialistic people said, "The parents of this boy are certainly glorious. What can they be lacking?" All the ladies considered the Lord to be as attractive as Cupid, and the atheists considered him as death personified. The ladies considered him Madan, and the atheists considered him Yamaraj. All the learned scholars considered him equal to Brihaspati. In this way, everyone appreciated the Lord according to their own mentality. Seeing Vishwambar's attractive form, the Vaishnavas felt both jubilation and lamentation. They thought, although he has such a divine body, he has no attraction for Kṛṣṇa. What good is his education if he simply wastes his time? All the Vaishnavas were bewildered by the internal potency of the Lord. So even though they saw the Lord, they did not understand him. Although they directly saw the Lord, some of them said, "Why do you waste your time in the They said to the Lord, "Why do you waste your time in the fruitless pursuit of knowledge?" The Lord smiled on hearing his servants speak like this, and he replied, "I am fortunate to have you instruct me. Tomra shikha o mor bhagye." As the Lord thus passed his time in scholastic pastimes, his servants could not recognize him. So what to speak of others? Even his servants couldn't recognize him, so how could anybody else not recognize him? People came from all over India to study in Navadvīpa, for if one studied in Navadvīpa, he got a taste for education. Many Vaishnavas came from Chattagram to live on the bank of the Ganga and study in Navadvīpa. They were all renounced devotees of Kṛṣṇa and had taken birth by the order of the Lord. After school hours, they regularly met together in a solitary place to discuss topics of Lord Kṛṣṇa. Śrī Mukunda was most dear to all the Vaishnavas. Their hearts all melted when he sang. In the afternoon, all the devotees regularly met in the house of Advaita Prabhu. As soon as Mukunda would begin singing about Kṛṣṇa, everyone there fell to the ground in ecstatic love. Some of them cried, some laughed, and others danced. The clothes of some persons scattered as they rolled on the ground. Someone roared as he challenged the agents of Maya, and someone else caught hold of Mukunda's feet. In this way, the Vaishnavas enjoyed great ecstasy and forgot all forms of distress. E mata uteya paramananda sukh, na jane Vaishnava sab, ar kono dukkha. Alright, so that's where we read up to yesterday. And now we will continue on with the reading. I forgot to see how long we will be reading for. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, this. Scrivener. I forgot what number verse. We're going to read up to verse 51 today. 28 to 51. And tomorrow will be 52, of course, to 68. All right. Prabhu o Mukunda prati boro sukhi mane, dekhile Mukundere dhoren apane. The Lord was most satisfied with Mukunda. Whenever the Lord saw him, he would stop him. 29. Prabhu jigasen panki vakane Mukunda. Prabhu bole kichu nahe ar lage dvanda. Oh, what does punky mean here? Jigasen punky. Okay. The Lord would then ask Mukunda for some clarification on a point. And when Mukunda answered him, the Lord would say, "Wrong, kichu nahe." No, there's nothing in that. No. And then immediately an argument would begin. Gaudiya Bhashya by Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. Whatever Mukunda replied when challenged by the Lord would immediately reject, and as a result, they would begin to quarrel. Mukunda pandita boro prabhur prabhave pakha pratipakha kori prabhu sane lage. By the mercy of the Lord, Mukunda was very learned. Thus, he was able to present arguments and counter-arguments to Nimai's challenge. Nimai found a good opponent, Gaudiya Bhashya. By the mercy of the Lord, there was no end to Mukunda's knowledge. Mukunda engaged in a war of words with the Lord through his debate and counter-debate. E mata prabhu nija sevaka chiniya jigyasen phanki sabe jayen hariya. In this way, the Lord recognized his devotees by challenging them for clarification on some point. But they were all defeated in the ensuing argument. Sabe jayan hariya. They are all defeated. Does Punky mean clarification? God, I mean, that's... Sorry, guys. 1 second. God, I haven't typed for a while in Panga. Yeah, there. Punky means quibble. It's deceit, deception, quibble, fraud, evasion, trick, poser, hoax, eyewash. That's how I'm used to hearing it, is like deceit, deception. Punky Vaj. Punky Vaj is deceitful, shirking. Punky Vaji is deceitfulness, hoax. Yeah, but here, quibble, I guess it means quibble. I think quibble. Okay. Śrīvāsa dekhile o phanki jigyasen. It always goes together with this jigyasen. So it's maybe a compound verb. I don't know. My friend who's watching this right now will let us know. My Bengali teacher friend. Śrīvāsa dekhile o phanki jigyasen mithya vakya abhyaya bahe sabe palayen. Bahe? Okay. Śrīvāsa and other devotees were all challenged in this way by the Lord, but they would all run away in fear of wasting time in useless arguments. Yeah, so here it's being translated as challenged everywhere. Challenged. Gaudiya Bhashya. Fearful of useless talk in the form of being challenged by Nimāi, the devotees, headed by Śrīvāsa, would run away from him in order to avoid confrontation. Although the devotees were qualified to engage in philosophical debate, they were not eager to indulge in arguments on inconceivable subjects, since dry arguments are inconclusive. Oh, I'm not going to highlight this because my computer will stop, but this is a very important topic, because some people use this verse. How does it go? Siddhanta Boliya na koro ulas. They use that verse to kind of coerce people into debate, because they completely misinterpret the meaning of that verse. But no, devotees are not. They're not inclined to get in philosophical debates on inconceivable subject matters, because these inconceivable subject matters are to be realized. They're not to be argued. You don't reach the conclusion by arguing out, and whoever wins the argument knows the inconceivable subject matter. No, it comes by grace. If we just rely on arguments to reach conclusions in inconceivable subject matters, then that's the process of Arohabad, which is completely against our process of Avarohabad, the descending process. 33. Sahaje virakta sabe, Śrī Krishner rase, Kṛṣṇa bhakya binu ar, kichu nahi vase. The devotees were naturally detached due to their advancement in Krishna consciousness. They did not care to hear anything other than topics related with Lord Krishna. Gaudiya Bhashya. The rasic devotees of Adhokshaj Krishna are naturally detached from all objects not related with Krishna. Their resolute love was displayed by their seeing everything in relationship with Krishna. Because they realized the necessity of having a taste for Krishna consciousness, they considered the taste for inferior objects to be useless. Dekhile Prabhu matra phanki se jigyase, prabudhite nare keho sheshe upahase. As soon as the Lord saw any devotee, he would challenge him, and when he failed to give the correct response, the Lord would tease him. Gaudiya Bhashya. Whenever Nimāi met a devotee, he would greatly disturb him with his challenges. The devotees could not check Nimāi by answering his challenges, therefore all their arguments ultimately ended in Nimāi teasing them. Jadi keho dekhe Prabhu aisen dure, sabe palayen phanki jigyasar dore. If any of them saw the Lord coming in the distance, they would run away out of fear of being challenged. Gaudiya Bhashya. Fearful of uselessly wasting time in insignificant material arguments, the devotees of the Lord always avoided coming face to face with Nimāi. In order to avoid meeting him, they kept a distance from him. Krishna katha shunite sabe bhalo bhashe, phanki binu Prabhu Krishna katha na jigyase. The devotees all loved to hear topics concerning Lord Krishna, but Nimāi did not mention anything about Krishna when he challenged them. Gaudiya Bhashya. The devotees loved to hear topics of Krishna, but the Lord bewildered them with subjects not related to Krishna, for the purpose of keeping himself unknown or hidden from the devotees, thus maintaining his covered status. Rajapata diya Prabhu aisen ekadin, paruar shangek maha odhater chinna. One day, as Nimāi walked on the main street with his students, he displayed symptoms of great pride. Gaudiya Bhashya. While engaged in a battle of words with the students, Nimāi often exhibited impudence or arrogance. Mukunda jayen ganga snan koribare, Prabhu dekhi are polaila koto dure. At that time, Mukunda was on his way to take bath in the Ganga. But when he saw Nimāi coming, he polailad. he ran away. Koto dure, some distance. (39 to 40). Dekhi Prabhu jigyasen Govinder sthane, e beta amare dekhi polailo kene. Govinda bolen ami na jani pandito, ar kono karje ba cholilo kon bhito. Seeing this, the Lord inquired from Govinda, "Why did this boy run away upon seeing me?" Govinda replied, "O Pandit, I don't know. Perhaps he went somewhere for some work." Gaudiya Bhashya. The Govinda referred to in this verse is not the blacksmith Govinda. He was the Lord's associate, servant, and doorkeeper at that time. Oh, so this is the Govinda that who's Mahaprabhu's personal servant, also Mahaprabhu's godbrother, who served Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So he was with Mahaprabhu from the very, very, very beginning. I wonder who Govinda is in Krishna Lila. Did we read that already? I can't remember. Anyways, maybe Kishore or somebody here knows, and that would be very interesting to see. Soon we're going to be translating. No, it's already translated, Korganadashtipika. I'm going to be working on it, doing the fidelity check soon, and Vaijantimala will do the edit, and that will be published very soon, so we'll be able to know who's who. Verse 41. So Govinda said, I don't know, perhaps Mukunda went somewhere for some work. Prabhu bole jani laya je lagi palai bahir mukha sambhasha korite na jujai. The Lord said, I know the reason why he's avoiding me. He does not want to speak with a non-devotee. Gaudiya Bhashya. Speaking on subject matters not related to Krishna is materialistic speech. Conditioned souls engage in material objects in their sense gratification with the help of their minds. Then, induced by material knowledge, the conditioned souls forget topics of Krishna and spend their times discussing topics related with the external energy. Those who are self-realized engage themselves in topics that are useful for the service of Hari. The conclusion is that a living entity should never waste time discussing anything other than topics of Hari. E beta padoye joto Vaishnaver Shastra Panji vritti tika ami vakhaniye matra. This boy studies only Vaishnav literatures, while I explain only Panji, Vritti, and Tika. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words Vaishnavera Shastra refer to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, which is the principal commentary on the Badarayan Sutras, or Brahma Sutras. It is stated, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is a spotless Purana and is most dear to the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Priyam. These words also refer to the 6 Vaishnav Puranas, headed by the Vishnu Purana and the Padma Purana. It also refers to the Vaishnav Smritis, such as that of Harita, from among the 20 Dharma Shastras, headed by that of Manu. It also refers to the Shrutis, such as the Gopal Tapani and the Nrsimha Tapani. It also refers to the histories, such as the Mahabharata and the original Ramayana. It also refers to the Sattvata Pancharatras, headed by the Narad, Hayashirsha, and Prahlad Pancharatras. It also refers to the literatures written by exalted pure devotees, like the 6 Goswamis, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. This is Vaishnav Shastra. Let's just see that. So it refers to the Vaishnav Puranas, the Vaishnav Smritis, the Vaishnav Shrutis, such as Gopal Tapani and Nrsimha Tapani. Refers to the Itihasas, the histories, like Mahabharata, Ramayana, and also the Pancharatras, like Narad Pancharatra, and so on. And it refers to the literatures written by exalted pure devotees. Okay. 43. Amar sambhashe nahi Krishner kathan ataeva ama dekhi kore palayan. I do not speak anything about Krishna, therefore he ran away when he saw me. Gaudiya Bhashya. Since Sri Gaurasundar's statements contained no mention of the qualities of Krishna, the devotees left him in the distance and went far away. 44. Santoshe paren gali Prabhu Mukundere Vyapadeshe prakasha koren apanare. The Lord called Mukunda some ill names, yet he was actually satisfied with him. At the same time, he indirectly disclosed his identity. Gaudiya Bhashya. Being satisfied at heart, the Lord manifested his own identity on the pretext of externally chastising Mukunda. In other words, he approves the discussion of Hari Katha. The devotees of Ram discuss the names of Sita Ram rather than the names of Radha Krishna. But their external exhibition of such difference in opinion is actually another way of hearing the names of Radha and Krishna. Wait, what is that? Devotees of Ram discuss the names of Sita Ram rather than the names of Radha and Krishna, but their external exhibition of such difference in opinion is actually another way of hearing the names of Radha and Krishna. Because Radha and Krishna are not different from Sita Ram, I'm not sure if I'm totally getting this. Maybe this is really obvious, but I'm a bit slow. Similarly, the devotees of Krishna chant the names of Radha Govinda before the devotees of Ram in order to test their qualification for chanting the names of Sita Ram, the names indicating the regulative, opulent feature of the Lord. Such quarrels in the service of Lord Hari are just contradictions of internal and external endeavors. It's kind of a fun purport. Prabhu bole are betha koto din thako, bolaile kotha mor eraibe pako. The Lord said, "My dear boy, Mukunda, how long will you avoid my clutches? Do you think you will escape my association by running away?" Gaudiya Bhashya. The word paka, which comes from punch combined with ganga, whatever, or it's a corruption of the word parikrama. There's a question mark there? Okay, whatever, let's just skip that. The word paka means by chance or accident, or device, or trick. (46) Hasi bole Prabhu age, paro koto din, tabe she dekhiba mor Vaishnaver china. Smiling, the Lord said, "When I finish my studies, then you will all see my Vaishnav qualities." E mata Vaishnava mui, hoimu sangsare, aja bhava asibek amar duare. Aja and Bhava, that's Brahma and Shiva. I will be such a Vaishnav that Brahma and Shiva will come to my door. Gaudiya Bhashya. The authoritative demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are the dear friends of the Vaishnavas. Brahma, Shiva, Narad, and others make an auspicious appearance wherever there are Vaishnavas who are attached to the service of the Lord. By worldly considerations, the demigods are very exalted, but the arrival of demigods at the doors of Vaishnavas, with whom they are affectionately bound, is a display of their humility. Shuna bhai shaba e amar vachan, Vaishnava hoi mumui sarva vilakshan. My dear brothers, listen to me. I will certainly become an extraordinary Vaishnav. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word sarva vilakshan refers to one who is more attached to the service of the Lord than all other Vaishnavas. While comparing the levels of Abhideya in order to ascertain who is the best of the souls surrendered to the Supreme Lord, Srila Rupa Goswami has written in his Upadeshamrita verse 10 as follows. What's verse 10? It's Karmi bhya parita hare priyatayas vyaktim yayor gyaninas tevya gyana vimukta bhakti parama premaika nishtasata tevyasta pashupala pankaja drishas tabyo pisaradhika preshta tadvan idang tadiya sarasi tam nashayat ka kriti. The meaning of that verse 10 is, in the Shastra it is said that of all types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, out of many such jnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. He is superior to the others. Sorry, I have something in my throat. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prem, pure love of Kṛṣṇa, is superior to him, to the jnanis. And the gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees, because they are always totally dependent upon Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Kṛṣṇa. Her kund, her lake, is as profoundly dear to Lord Kṛṣṇa as this most beloved of the gopis. Who then will not reside at Radhakund and in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings with aprakrita bhav, who would not render loving service to the divine couple Shri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakaliya Lila, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes? Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radhakund are the most fortunate people in the universe. Amare dekhia ebe jesho palai, tahara ojeno mor guna kirti gai. Those who run away from me today will chant my glories and qualities tomorrow. Thinking, this doesn't really sound like a Vaishnava talk. I will be the best Vaishnava in all the world, and everybody will come to me, and they'll be chanting my glories, and Brahma and Shiva will come out to my door, and like that. But right now, the Lord isn't. He's still Nimāi Pandit, not the Bhavuk Nimāi, not the devotee completely overwhelmed with bhav. He's not in that mood yet, so he can talk like that. Of course, when he becomes a Vaishnava, he'll be. Right now, he's very proud and like that. But when he does manifest his Vaishnava, his pastimes as a devotee, then he would never say anything like this. Eteko bolia Prabhu cholila hasite, ghare gela nija shishya ganer sahite. After speaking in this way, Nimāi smiled and returned home with his students. 51. E mato ranga kore vishvambharai, ke tane janite pare jadi na janai. Who can understand these pastimes enjoyed by Lord Vishvambar unless he reveals them? All right, I think I was reading up to 51, right? Is that what I said? Let's check this out. Yeah, 51. All right, we still have 15 minutes left. But anyhow, yeah, then in the next reading, it's going to be a little bit longer. This reading was very short. It's only 1,749 words. But the next reading will be 2,706 words. I wonder if I should read a little bit of this just to... Nah, we'll do it all in one go, the next one. There's just really long Gaudiya Bhashyas in the next reading. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishta Maha-bhagavat Śrīla Gaur Kishoras Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākura Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaiṣṇava Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Anugukoriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhattadasa Raghunath, Shri Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura Ki Jai, Prem Se Kaho Shri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Kshetra Mandala, Gora Mandala, Vraja Mandala, Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Sarva Abhishta Pradatta Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Radha Kunda Shamakund Ki Jai, Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Purnamasi Yoga Maya Ki Jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Go, Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Ki Jai, Śrī Caitanya, Śrīla Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura Ki Jai, Gaudiya Bhashya Commentary of Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. So I will see you all tomorrow to read. What is the topic that we're going to be reading about tomorrow? One second. We're going to read about the condition of the people in Navadvīpa at that time. And then Advaita Acharya, again, he says, then like hearing the abusive words of all the people in Navadvīpa, all the materialists, just, atheistic scholars in Navadvīpa, the devotees would chant Krishna's name and cry loudly. They would say, "How long will this miserable condition last? O Krishna Chandra, please manifest yourself to these people." The Vaishnavas all told Advaita Prabhu about the abusive words of the atheists. Hearing their account, Advaita Acharya became as angry as Lord Rudra and loudly exclaimed, "I will kill them all! Sangharaimu Shab. My Lord who carries a chakra is coming. Then you will see what happens in Nadia. I will make Krishna appear before the eyes of all. Then this person named Advaita will be known as the servant of Krishna. Please wait a few more days, my dear brothers, and you will see Krishna right here." After hearing the words of Advaita, all the devotees forgot their distress and began kirtan. As the auspicious sound of Krishna's names arose, Advaita and the other devotees became overwhelmed. The pains caused by the atheists' abusive words were mitigated, as the city of Navadvīpa became filled with ecstasy. So that's what we're reading tomorrow. And it's not that many verses, but the Gaudiya Bhashyas are very long. So that's why it's going to be a bit more of a long reading than we had today. Still have 8 more minutes of reading time. But did I do Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya and Vanchakalpa? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Just in case I didn't, I'm going to do it again. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavashta Kṛṣṇa Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatāya Namo Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Alright, Dandavat Pranams everybody. I'll see you all for another pre-recorded video. And tomorrow, and then day after tomorrow, I will be in Navadvīpa, and we'll have our reading while I'm in Navadvīpa. We'll read about Mahaprabhu meeting Ishvara Puri in Navadvīpa. Alright, Hare Krishna everybody.